maitone gatha, aya maitone gatha, no molenga wangingwa tena gwae. Aya maitone gatha, nanginyangi chamo angolo dale. Aya maitone gatha, newe maitole ungoinera, newe maitole ungoinera, newe ogekerwa thombe. Sometimes it's good to remember how lucky we are. For this reason, I take this early chance to convey my message of thanksgiving to all mothers, mine included, and to those who stepped in to fill in the gap left by an absent mother or a mother gone too soon to the place of no return. From where I stand, happy Mother's Day. In a very special way, my heart goes out to those sons and daughters who will not be celebrating this year's Mother's Day. Not because they are bad, not because they lack good morals, but because they are good and they care. Some have lost their moms, so they will not be celebrating this year's Mother's Day. To them, Mother's Day without a mom is a whole new heartbreak every year. They are still struggling and have not been able to come to terms with the loss of their own moms. This day really is painful to them. Others have fondly bitter memories of their mother and how she made them suffer. So they will not celebrate this year's Mother's Day. They are still trying to heal from the traumatizing experiences caused to them by their own mothers. They are still not okay, and they are not ready to pretend to be okay. Some still talk about the sour and nasty relationship they had with their own moms. The memories they have of their mothers are bitter memories. This day reminds them of all the pain they had to endure, the helpless cries inflicted on them by the uncaring mothers. There's still another group of people who will not be celebrating this Mother's Day. To them, they are still mourning broken dreams and fulfilled childhood hopes and desires, which are known only to them and to their own mothers. They talk of how they always wanted to give their mothers the things they sacrificed so much when they were growing up in the villages. Today, they have not gone even close to making those dreams valid. To them, this is a big failure. They feel as if they have let their moms down. They feel ashamed. They lack courage to face their own mothers, both in person and virtually. And for this reason, they will not be celebrating this Mother's Day. What is only left in them is the unfulfilled wishes which they still talk about today. Mom, a day will come when we'll just sit down and laugh at how broke we used to be. That day has not yet come, and for this reason, they will not be celebrating this year's Mother's Day. What is only left in them is the nugget of wisdom their mothers shared with them and which they still talk about today. My mom taught me not to eat in front of other kids unless it's enough for all of us. But today is not yet enough. It's still a time when we are still talking about from heart to mouth life. And for this reason, they are not going to celebrate this year's Mother's Day. It's funny that these sons and daughters can be referred to as good and caring, yet they will not celebrate this year's Mother's Day. Yes, because the women who started this holiday were not happy with the commercial dimension this day took a few years later. It's even worse today. Well, never forget, the women who started Mother's Day did not ask for flowers, did not ask for a special meal. They only asked the men they dressed up to stop killing one another and to stop ruining the earth with violence. At least even if they didn't categorically say this. So when this day passes, since it's more about traders and business people and less about mothers, these sons and daughters hope to do something for their own mothers, whether good or otherwise. They hope to do something for the people who pray the Lord of their mother, who help them to overcome the grief of losing a mother. No matter how many years since, and it doesn't have to be on a Mother's Day. Dear mothers, you've gone through too much. These sons and daughters admit this fact, and you deserve the very best. The best that is possible. They know you've prayed for them, and you still pray for them, mentioning them one by one by their own names. They have one more request. Please continue praying for them. So, Mama, when you pray tonight, and while you are on your knees, Mama, say a special prayer for me. And for the sake of all mothers, and for the gift of motherhood, these sons and daughters and all people of goodwill have a very short prayer. Dear God, I know I'm a sinner, but for the sake of my own mother, please make me rich and successful. I owe her a lot. Amen.